Thanks to the Forum 6 Tamworth and Wagga Wagga and the Odeon 5 Orange. It's the Talkin Flickster podcast with JT and Grant Lee.
And that's exactly what it is. Hello, happy Friday. How you doing, Mr. Lee? Hello to you.
Hello, JT. It's great. It's Friday. Is it the second or third last day of country music, which is a shame.
Yeah.
I went out last night and I was at I won't say which pub, but I was at a pub listening to some bluegrass music, and yeah, it was really good. I really got into it. And on Monday night, I went for a walk up the street. I did take Zeus along, so that was good.
Yeah. Is this what you've been hearing a lot of? Is this...
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yep. Last so many days, yeah.
Yep.
Nearly over.
Yep.
Wow.
I can't believe it. For 12 months.
Till next year.
It's very sad.
Yeah. Tamworth Country Music Festival lives on. And how's the cinema been? You've been getting a lot of out-of-towners coming in, with their cowboy hats on?
We have, and they've actually been coming to watch Song Sung Blue.
Well, I mean, it makes sense,
Because
doesn't it?
it's
It's
music.
the music movie out at the moment.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's really nice to see out-of-towners. But the funny thing is, we know they're out-of-towners straight away as soon as they walk in because they've got the hat on.
Yeah, well, that
locals don't wear cowboy hats.
No. No, but it's good to see they're coming into the Forum 6 and getting that Grant Lee hospitality, which is always great.
Exactly right.
Yes. And, so anybody who has headed the Tamworth Country Music Festival, please drop into the Forum 6 cinema. Make sure you say hello to Grant Lee. Get a choc top, get some popcorn, and let the good times roll.
Correct.
Okay. Well, now the formalities are out of the way. Let's talk movies. This is the podcast where we send one of our listeners off to see a movie and we get them to come on and review it. We have a great flickster who's coming on for this week's movie, Mr. Lee, which is bone-chilling, 28 years later, The Bone Temple.
That's very good. I like that.
That's great,
that was
wasn't
good. Yeah, you did really well. I know you love your horrors, and I know our Talking Flickster today loves his horrors. Yeah, I watched the trailer, and it was a very different thing for Ralph Fiennes. Very different.
Yeah, because this is quite a large franchise. This one, isn't it? So, what's this? What's this in the franchise now? It's
this
like
is number 4.
Yeah.
So the first one was 28 days later, which came out in 2002. Then we had 28 weeks later, 2007. Then 28 years later, which was, what's this year? Yeah, last year, 2025. And they actually filmed this back-to-back with 28 years later. So this is the 4th. And can I just say quietly, there's a 5th one that they're reportedly in developing. A 5th one in the franchise. So.
Oh, well, let's focus on the 4th first, Mr. Lee. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. It looks awesome. It also sounds awesome. Let's have a listen.
This is a memorial to the dead.
So, is this all you're doing?
It is.
Are you Old Nick?
Old Nick? You mean Satan?
Yes. Old Nick released his demons unto the world of man. And the world of man fell before the demons.
I remember details, events and people. The world had an order.
What's your name?
Spike?
No. I think your name is Jimmy.
The foundations. They seemed unshakable. When the infected attack, what do they see? I believe the infection can be treated. And now, a leap into the unknown.
Well, it's been a while, but one of our favourite flicksters is back. Welcome to Talkin Flicks once again. Duncan, hello, my friend.
Hey, guys, how are you?
Mate, even better to have you here. How long has it been since we've been graced with your presence? It'd be, what, 12 months now, surely?
Something like that, yeah. Yeah, it's been a long time. I'm still seeing movies, but I thought I'd better let other people have their say.
Which is very kind of you, Duncan. But we do really enjoy you coming on because we know how much you love movies and love horror movies as well. So I know this is one that you've been waiting, I won't say dying to see, but waiting to see for quite some time. So, okay, tell me, what do you think number 4 was like?
I think it's probably my favourite one since the original. I remember seeing the original back in 2002 when it first came out, and I've loved them ever since. And we've been waiting a long time for it to continue. We had the 28 years later last year, but before that, what was it, 18 years difference? So I'm really excited that they're finally continuing on with it. And also that, we didn't get a movie last year and then we have to wait forever to get the next installment. Like they're getting it out quite quickly, which is, as a fan, it's awesome because it's a world that it sounds weird to say, but I love to be in. It's a post-apocalyptic world, but I love every minute of, being immersed in that world when I watch it.
So, Duncan, you've watched all of them, and you just said this one was your favourite. If you had to pick a second favourite, which one would it be out of the 4?
Look, I would probably say 28 Days Later is the best, just because it's where it all began. I saw it first. It made such an impression on me. But in like the newer run of movies, I would definitely say Bone Temple. It's my second favourite. After that, probably 28 Years Later, the last one before this one. 28 Weeks Later is pretty cool. It was a bit more action-packed and it had a different cast. So I did enjoy it. I especially liked the intro to 28 Weeks Later. But besides that, it was probably my least favourite out of all 4. I don't know. Bone Temple just did so many things right that after the original, it's definitely the highlight.
Well, let's talk about the Bone Temple itself because it's quite unsettling, and they're saying it's one of the most haunting locations in the franchise. Would you agree with that? Yeah,
as far as the Bone Temple location itself, definitely. There's bones everywhere. It's towers of bones, and I don't know. It's a really beautiful location, but it is just all death. That's what the character Dr. Kelson says about the place. It's like a memorial to death. So he's built this location out of a positive. Remember the dead. But it's pretty creepy. Walking into a hillside just filled with towers of bones. I would definitely agree that's haunting.
Oh, really? So tell me, what was it emotionally like after watching the movie? Did you feel disturbed? Did you feel hopeful that there could be, something at the end of the line, or uneasy about the whole place of the Bone Temple?
Oh, look, I don't feel too disturbed by horror movies these days. I think I'm probably pretty desensitized by it now. It definitely has a lot of violence and, I would say gore. So you've got to be prepared for that if you've got an upset stomach. But when I finished the movie, I just felt fantastic. The original score from, that sort of played throughout the series, but I remember it best from the original. It plays right at the end, and I just had goosebumps for probably a few minutes straight. It felt really full circle for me. But I felt great because I just loved the whole ending. And I just immediately wanted to see what happens next. So I was just, excited, excited from what I just seen, excited for what's to come. So, people that aren't super into horror and maybe feel a bit
That's
squeamish, they might feel, you might feel disturbed. But no, I felt great. I was pinging after this movie.
Ralph Fiennes, how do we sum him up? Because we were talking about this off the podcast, just just some of the makeup that they have put on this guy, like they made him really look like the devil. Like it's pretty incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know how I would enjoy being an actor getting coated in iodine every time I had to film a scene. I mean, I guess some actors get prosthetics and all sorts of things stuck all over them. So, I mean, that's probably worse. But yeah, he does look pretty crazy, covered in red and orange all the time. But yeah, there is a part of the movie, one of the most epic scenes where he's got some additional makeup and he looks wild. But he's probably my favorite part of the movie. Just every time he's on the screen, anything he has to say, it's just really profound but calming. Like, I don't know, he feels like the most grounded person, on screen every time he's there. He's really nice to listen to everything that he says. You know, you get really caught up on his words. But then he has a part later on in the movie where he flips that on his head and he just gets loud and crazy, and it's an awesome time. So he is definitely the highlight of the cast, I think.
Because they don't really have the same characters, do they, in each of them, other than, I suppose, from 28 years, the one came out last year to this one, because everyone's zombies and all that, isn't it? Like, there's not many. I think they're trying to...
Do you mean throughout all four?
Yeah, they don't have the same actors. They're changing.
Yeah, that's right. So 28 days later had a different cast to 28 weeks later. But then I would say the majority of the cast is similar between 28 years later and Bone Temple, because it's almost like one big movie that they've split down the middle. Bone Temple starts straight where 28 years later finishes. You could say it's a sequel, but it's almost like a continuation of 28 years later. But in 28 years later, you don't see the Jimmy Gang until kind of the very end, where then they're a way more prominent part of the new movie. I guess just like the focus shifts a bit on certain characters, but it does flow over.
Other than Ralph, was there anyone else that stood out too in the movie? And why?
Yeah, Jack O'Connell is so intense. Every time he's on the screen, you just feel uncomfortable, just because he plays evil characters so well. There's a movie I watched quite a few years ago. It's another horror movie. It's got Michael Fassbender in it. It's called Eden Lake, and Jack O'Connell plays the villain in that. And yeah, when he's mean, he's just unsettling. You just really feel it when you're watching him. You kind of forget he's a character and you feel the danger sort of coming out of him. So he's definitely the highlight. He plays Jimmy Crystal, so he's the leader of the Jimmy Gang, and he's essentially the main villain. 28 years later started out with its intro scene was sort of his childhood and his experience with the zombies, and sort of, I guess you follow his journey across 28 years later, and then Bone Temple as well, and you kind of find out, how the trauma of his intro led him to be who he is now. But yeah, he was definitely the best character after Rafe, and Alfie Williams, the Spike, he comes back as well. He's the young kid, and I think he's great. I think he's got a bright future ahead as well.
What do you?
Can I just interrupt? Can I just say, Jack O'Connell? I've actually seen him live because he played Louis in Unbroken, and I went to the Australian premiere, or actually the world premiere that happened in Sydney, and he was there at it.
Oh wow!
Bit of trivia.
I didn't even know that. I know he was also the villain in Sinners, but I'm yet to watch that.
Yes, he was.
Which I need to get around
to. I watched Sinners. I watched that. That was scary. That had zombies in it.
Yeah, it's just like his smile, like maybe it's the shape of his teeth or the shape of his face, but he can do anything and he's scary. But then he's got, his backstory in this movie, and I guess his intentions with what he wants to achieve, and it's just, he's crazy.
I think the more important question is, did you get a selfie, Mr. Lee? That's what we all want to know.
He had a lot of security around him.
I bet he did, but it didn't stop you, did it?
He was too nervous to meet you.
Yeah, that's it. He probably got tackled.
That's the podcast king.
That's it. Don't you know who I am?
And that's what Jack was saying.
Oh dear. The cinematography. Duncan, let's talk about that in the film. What did you think? Like when you look at the cinematography, the backdrops, the scenery. How did you see that play out?
I think it looks really beautiful. It's so nice to see landscapes that have just sort of been left, and left to grow without the influence of humans. There's a scene probably about halfway through where you're kind of seeing side by side what it used to look like and what it looks like now. And I mean, we would see what it looks like post-apocalyptic, and you think, oh no, everything's falling apart, everything looks old, but it's kind of nice. Everything's really green and lush, and you can see what the world would look like if sort of humans were taken away from it. I love the look of the English countryside. All the old buildings and things, like the cars and the trains, when they're just stuck where they were when the world ended, it just looks so cool. Like I said before, it sounds weird to say it's a world you like to be in because it is a post-apocalyptic landscape, but it's so nice. And like I said before, just where the Bone Temple itself is on this like grassy hill, everywhere they explore, like it's just so cool.
Tell me, for someone like me who hasn't seen all the other ones, do I need to watch the other three before I watch this one?
I wouldn't say you've got to watch all three. I would say at least watch 28 Days Later before going to Bone Temple, because it is a continuation. Like I was saying, it's kind of like, one long movie kind of split down the middle. If you went into Bone Temple and you hadn't seen 28 Days Later, I think you would have a lot of questions about who are these people, where are they going, what's been happening. But I don't think you would have to see 28 Days Later or 28 Weeks Later, just because they're different casts, they're different time periods. It is all in the same universe, and I guess the same events have led the world and the people to get to that point. But you don't really have to go back that far. I would at least watch like a recap of 28 Days Later before seeing Bone Temple. I think that would just make it a lot more enjoyable.
Yeah. I just love it how like Grant Lee played it out. Now, for me who hasn't seen the rest, the other movies, we're like, you haven't even seen this one, so how can you possibly say that? Seriously.
I know, I couldn't. It looks scary. Just from the trailer, it looks scary.
It does. It gives you goosebumps.
Yeah. And
like
I don't handle these sort of movies.
Oh no, this is definitely not a Grant Lee movie. No, this would give you nightmares. Poor Wendy.
Look, I would say the difference is in the previous 28 movies, the fear factor has been a lot of the zombies themselves. I call them zombies. They're not really dead. They're infected with the virus, but it's easy to say zombies. But they were the more scary part. And say in 28 Years Later, and probably even more in Bone Temple, they're a lot less of the focus of the movie. It's a lot more on the people, how they've been impacted by, the world falling apart and the trauma of the things they've seen. It's more about what people are capable of, maybe, and that's sort of where the scariness comes from, rather than, zombies chasing and killing people. So depending what you're scared of when you watch a horror, you might be able to handle it.
Okay, righto. Well, we've come to that time now. We're going to go to the freezer and We really do need to fix that freezer. Out of 5 choc tops, Duncan, how many choc tops are you going to give 28 years later the Bone Temple?
I'll give it a 5.
Oh,
Is that our first
finally, I
5?
get to press the button. Yes, that's really good. Wow, that's great.
That's our first one for the year.
For the year, yeah, that's our first 5.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
And
really
look,
good.
I don't give 5s out willy-nilly, but there was nothing about the movie that I could fault. I just the feeling I had through the whole movie, you know, it's intense, you're on edge, but there was parts where I was really laughing. Like it's not like, you know, forced laughter or forced comedy where it doesn't fit. Like, it was, if anyone watches it, they'll know what I mean when they see it, but there's just the part where you can't help but kind of laugh and cheer, and so you get a full range of emotions. And you know, when I left, I was just so excited for what comes next. So yeah, that's a 5 for sure.
Can I just say, very well done, Duncan, for not being a fence sitter. We've got a lot of those on this show, okay? So it was really good to see you call it what it is. We had one a couple of weeks ago. It was like, I give it 4 and how many was it? 4 and seriously, like just
0.6 or something.
Yeah, like let's just give it a 5. Come on, like that's, you know, no fence sitters.
Yeah, I'm not eating 3/4 of a choc top. You know, it's all or nothing.
Definitely not. No, but that is an awesome score and a great review. Dunk, thanks once again, my friend. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now, would you like to talk about your little ticket incident? Like, feel free to berate Grant Lee while he's here. Like, this is very embarrassing for him.
It was my fault.
Well, just tell everyone, tell all the listeners, Mr. Lee, what you did to poor Duncan, because this is
he turned up on the night, and I had done the ticket. I had left it in the envelope. And all I had forgotten to do was put it into the ticket collection folder for him to collect. And so, yeah. But can I say, I found it. So at least I knew I'd do that. And that's the thing. I kept saying to Toby, no, I did it. It's in the folder. And it just didn't make it to the folder.
Yeah.
So.
Duncan?
Hey, look, I wasn't sad. It gave me more time in the lovely renovated foyer. I was very happy.
Oh, no, don't pump him up, please. No, I'm trying to bring him down. You're pumping him up. No. We shan't be doing that, Duncan. No.
I was going to make an old joke, but then I was like, nah.
No, you still can. You know what? Let's leave with an old joke. What do you got for him?
Oh, I don't know. An old joke. Oh, I'm on the spot now.
Oh, no.
I don't have anything.
Oh, okay.
See, I'm old. I'm turning 39 next week. I'm old. So see, I've already forgotten all my good jokes.
Oh, no.
You're only a spring chicken.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Well, happy birthday.
I'm halfway to the end.
Happy birthday for next week,
you.
Dunk.
Yes, happy
mate.
birthday for next week.
Now, are you country music guys? You love country music? Like, you've been into the Tamworth Festival?
I'm probably the opposite of a country music fan.
Oh.
But look, I don't mind that Tamworth feels slightly alive for a little bit each year. So that's a positive.
Totally. Grant Lee loves it too. He went for a walk down the main street with the dog.
Yes.
Had a line dance.
And
Yes.
Zeus loved it. He thought it was great.
Yeah.
All the different smells and all that. Yeah.
Talking about fence sitters, he's one of those with country music. So, yeah, he pretends to like it, but I know he doesn't. So, no, he does. He does. He has to say he's a Tamworthian. You all have to say that. Okay, well...
Okay.
We're getting out of here before we get ourselves into trouble. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your weekend, Dunk.
Thanks, guys. You too.
We'll catch you again soon. Mr. Lee, more country music this weekend?
Yes, I don't know where I'm heading off tomorrow, because tomorrow is officially going to be my last day going down the street. So, for country music, that is. So... because I'll have to have a sleep in on Sunday.
Oh, yeah, totally. That's a must. That is a must. Well, you have a lovely weekend.
You too.
And we'll catch you next week.
See you next week.
Catch you on Thursday. Bye.
Bye.
Want to be our next Talking Flickster? Register now at 4of6.com.au or odeon5.com.au. Until next time, we'll see you at the movies.